About a year ago, my wife had a heart attack, and so we're at Providence Regional checking out their brand new facilities and just looking things over. And it was very providential, actually, that we came to one of the best facilities. In fact, it is the best facility in the state of Washington.
The one person that stands out the most is my doctor. I'm sure the Lord guided her through everything she did. She was just wonderful. She ended up inserting 3 stents into my left anterior descending artery. I had a lung blockage that was 95% blocked. I remember being very kind of semi-conscious during the surgery. I'd wake up and look at the monitors and try to notice what was going on, and then I think I'd fall asleep again, and I woke up once and she was going, "Oh no, I don't know what we're going to do." At that point, I just groaned in my spirit and recommitted myself to be in the Lord's arms.
Here's where you were in ER. Does this bring back any memories?
Well, I never saw this.
Not
view
ER, but
of,
ICU, yeah.
Yes, I never saw this view, but when I look in the rooms, it brings back memories.
Yeah, well, I came down this hallway many times, with the family in tow and try not to disturb the peace as I was coming to see my wife. Just the care of including me. I wasn't even the patient, and they cared enough to make sure that I was involved every step of the way, where I could be.
While I was in the ICU, a chaplain came in and spoke to me.
Yeah.
I wasn't really sure if, I was sort of out of it, so I wasn't sure if she was there because there was the possibility that I still might not make it.
Last rites.
Or if she was just there to support me emotionally and spiritually. So I remember talking to her, and I think we had a nice conversation. I can remember telling her that if the Lord wanted me to go meet him now, I was ready.
I'm glad he answered my prayer instead. This is from all of a lot of previous patients who just want to express love and gratitude for how they cared for, their patients, their loved ones who've been here. And this is what I wanted to do. I wrote a note to the Provident Heart team. Hope you know how warmly you're thought of, how much you're appreciated for all you do. My wife and I were thankful for more birthdays, grandchildren, anniversaries, family time, more dates, more life. And it's because of this team that's here, they can't know how much they are loved. Okay. I remember our first consultation after she was let out of the hospital. I remember I got to give the cardiologist a great big hug. I just had to. She saved my wife's life. I remember meeting you. It was a high-stress time. It was one of those things where here we are in ER, and we didn't know what was going to happen. And I remember when you said that she was having a heart attack, because I was going like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, I remember that too. Those very words.
Yeah. I remember you because it was really unusual. You don't smoke, you don't have high blood pressure or diabetes or any risk factors. But
thank you for what you did, and
and for identifying that it was a heart attack, right? When you said it was a heart attack, I remember my wife and I, we looked at each other, and it's like, really? Because we kind of thought, but it's like, no, it was really pretty surprising.
I was in the intensive care unit, and I didn't even know I was in the intensive care unit, but it was very comforting because every time I woke up, somebody was there. Just constantly somebody was there, and I can't imagine how I would have felt waking up and not having someone there. The 2 nurses I had during that time were just so patient and loving.
In behalf of everybody who's here and the love and attention my wife got, I just thought, we would like to add a bouquet of flowers to the bouquet that you already have, because you know what? You get a lot of love because of what you do. So thank you very much.
Yes, thank you for your wonderful care.
Oh, so much. Thank you.
It was an honor.
I remember we all stood around my hospital room and prayed, and you prayed, and my dad prayed too. And
It was like the
that
first
was-
time I'd ever seen your dad pray. He had to, and he insisted.
that was actually his birthday too, that very day. It was
Yeah.
his birthday. And he thanked God that the Lord let me live through the heart
Yeah,
attack.
said it was the best birthday present he could ever imagine was that the Lord would let his daughter live. Well, it makes every day that much more precious. I mean, when you have an event like that, every day is special. Every minute is special. So I know I just try to express how much I love you that much more.
Yes, and I feel that.
I would like to thank Providence Regional for what they've done to make us feel so comfortable. It was like we were integrated into a family who cared so deeply about our health, so thank you very much. Also for the listeners, people still come up to me all the time saying, you know what, we were praying for you and especially for your wife when you were going through it. And I've even had 2 people say, you know what, that you shared it on the air saved my wife. 2 people have come up and said, through what they heard, they were able to recognize the symptoms that the wife was having. And I'd like to thank you very much for praying and just for being loving. And I mean, thank you.
Thank you.
This is my wife. I love her.